All right. I fell. It's fine. Okay. Well, don't you know that I went to a flea market last weekend and I did not come home empty-handed. Let me show you one of my purchases and how I plan to use it. As you can see here, I have a beautiful item. The tag on it when I purchased it said it was a French Ironstone Bowl. I now know it to be a chamber pot. If you know, you know. If you don't, that's okay. Just understand that I will not use it as it was originally intended. Instead, we're going to turn it into a flower arrangement. Now, some things I keep in mind when I am making flower arrangements. I am no expert, but here has been my secret sauce. A pretty vessel, some floral foam, and then some realistic stems. I use faux. I don't have to worry about them dying if they're faux, but they're realistic. I consider the colors, the shapes, and the heights. I want multiple layers when I'm making floral arrangements, and I want high, medium, and lows. Not just in the layers, but also in the colors and in the different types of flowers, whether they have large petals, small petals, extended, curled, things of that nature. So let me show you the 5 phases I went through to get today's asymmetrical arrangement. But before I get there, let's look at our floral stem lineup, just so you can get a close-up of some of these items. There's a pink pom-pom. I have 2 of those stems. The mauve rose is probably my favorite. I have 2 of those. I also have 2 of these beautiful pink, like dark pink roses. I'm using 1 cream dahlia. Two stems of peach scabiosa, and they have multiple flowers per stem. 2 stems of what we're calling lavender berries. And then 1 set of these green seed pots. I'll have links for all of these items in the description. You can see here I'm set up at our dining room table. I have some trusty wire cutters and scissors on standby. Now on to the phases. Our first phase here is for the dahlia. We're going to add 1 dahlia to the side, asymmetrical for weight. I'm doing this considering that our vessel itself only has 1 handle off to one side. It's not symmetrical, so our arrangement shouldn't necessarily be symmetrical. I know you are eyeing the holes in the foam. Trial and error, trust me, that will be hidden. Phase 2, I'm adding some of these lovely pink roses for balance. Just kind of off to the side, but again, catering to the asymmetrical feel we are striving for. I love how these add a little punch of color. You'll see nothing goes to waste here. I am using foliage that I've taken off the stems. Now for phase 3, we're going to incorporate the berries and the scabiosa flowers. The berries I love, they're quite airy, gives that ethereal feel, and I like that in my arrangements. Nice little cascade off to the sides. Then we also have the scabiosa flowers. It's a great middle ground. Like it's a medium-sized flower, but it also helps tie in the cream dahlia with the pink rose, since these are peach flowers. For phase 4, it's time to add some height. We're going to incorporate the pom-pom stems. It's like multiple pink flowers on one stem. They call them pom-poms. It adds some much needed height. As I mentioned, I like several layers or planes to the arrangements, so there's always something interesting for the eye to catch. And this adds some of that much needed height. It's also a smaller flower, so it adds some dimension in that way as well. You may notice I cut a couple of them to include at the bottom of the arrangement. Looking at phase 5, these are my final touches, including the seed pods. So you may notice I incorporated some additional berries, those wonderful seed pods, and then my favorite flower, the mauve roses. Well, this arrangement is complete. I love how it turned out. It is different than I expected because typically I'm drawn to symmetrical arrangements. This one got me out of my comfort zone and I love it. This arrangement looks good from all angles, all sides. I do know where I'm going to place it. It'll be on a table where you can see most of the sides or most of the angles of this arrangement, depending on where you are in the room. So I love that it'll look beautiful no matter where you're standing. If you enjoyed today's arrangement, would you let me know if there was a particular stem or flower that happened to be your favorite? I think that'd be great to hear. This week we're expecting some snow. If it does fall, I'll be sure to capture some of that footage for you. But until next time, stay safe, stay warm, and take care.